Like how we are a black community. Sometimes you are boxed into a community that
if you're boxed unintentionally, that's one thing. But then if it's something that you willingly doing, you know what I take to credit, it's the hair thing.
Oh yeah.
If you grow your hair and like embrace your skin and all those kind of things, wanting to reconnect to nature, loving nature, respecting nature, that shout out to everybody who does that. But then
you just also do the same thing.
By being naked?
Yes.
Put some clothes on. Put some clothes on. What are you doing? Put some clothes on.
Oh.
That's like that. If I ever met somebody like that, I'd cover them. Put some clothes on. Be decent. Because, like, the image of that is disgusting. Because do you know why? People are different.
We are.
So why are you putting your difference up in everybody's face? They're just seeking attention. They're just seeking attention because people, obviously, if you are the naked one amongst a whole lot of people who are dressed.
Motivational speakers say, be you. Don't be afraid to be you. Be bold.
You know, that motivational speaker thing. You know, there are also people who get too much invested into just listening to those people talk to them. Do you remember that video? A girl hired, what was that? To tell that she's sexy. You are sexy. That's also bullshit. Like, that's people not having, I think it's all about self-esteem. Like, being strong.
So let me explain this video you're talking about, because they might not understand. So this lady just went through a breakup, and then she's going through like self-esteem issues, and she hires a coach, a feminist coach, to help her in a way embrace embrace her feminism side. Yeah. So they're outside screaming,
looking in mirrors like, you are sexy.
I am sexy.
And what was the other one? You sexy and what? Oh, I was the one who was saying she should say you're sexy and you know it.
Oh yeah.
You don't really need to hire a person to tell you that. So with these people too, you don't really need to be naked to say you are reconnecting to nature. You can do your own things. Make it about you. Why be a community? That's my question. Same thing as Christianity. Pray alone. And why do you want to recruit?
I feel like it becomes a community if like people come and join you.
But then they recruit. Everybody, there's no some. Each and every church recruits members. Why? Why are they recruiting members? But then
business.
But then going back to the sex toys thing. So that's not natural.
But
sex toys.
Obviously, it's not natural because they're toys, but then they normal in the bedroom. Right? A lot of people use sex toys.
Would you?
Huh?
Would you?
Why are you asking me that? No, I'm not gonna answer that. I'm not gonna answer that.
Okay.
A lot of people use sex toys, to enhance, to spice things up in the bedroom.
So can they be a community too?
No, I don't.
But then I would use it. Just saying. Everything that's a display.
Oh,
everything.
I see. Okay.
Because, I mean, if it's there to use, why not?
Why not?
But then, why wouldn't they be a community? Like, I want to form my own.
Who knows?
I want to make my own. I want to make. If there's anybody who's interested into us promoting the use of sex toys, let's.
But isn't that part of like the feminism movement? Like, yes, be feminine. Own a sex toy. I don't know.
But then this also, I mean, I think it goes hand in hand with masturbation. Yeah, like I think there are people who use sex toys for masturbation to like ease things up. So somehow self-pleasure, I guess, it's a priority.
Yeah.
But then
you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
But then hey, it's crazy what people would do for pleasure. Some are addicted to a lot of shit out there.
There's a lot of people who are addicted to sex.
Yeah. But then that's a good addiction. That's the good kind. That's the good kind.
Is it?
It's so good. What's bad about that? What do you think is better?
I feel like, I don't know, but I just feel like some part of me feels like people who are addicted to sex to like the extreme or to the weirdest are the people who end up actually raping. Don't you think?
It's I don't think it's
Because
about
like, why would you end up like wanting to take it forcefully? Like, why? Like, do you want to understand?
Hey, okay.
Fuck you. But okay.
Okay, what I'm basically saying is too much of everything is bad, and too less of everything it's not satisfying. It's not satisfactory, and you can't really scale it to medium. So just like how people are addicted to drinking booze, smoking cigarettes, and drugs and shit like that, they like it never meant to get too far, but too less wasn't really doing the trick. So with people who are addicted to sex, like you gotta be a sex addict or a pervert. So the problem comes when you're both.
What's the difference?
A pervert, you can be a pervert but not a sex addict. Yeah, a pervert is somebody who's able to do it extreme, not regularly.
But then you can control yourself.
Yeah, you can control yourself. A sex addict is an
stop.
addict. Like exactly. Yeah.
Are you laughing?
Like you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like it's like that. If you are a pervert and a sex addict at once, that's when you are a rapist. You do shit and things that are really not cool. But then if you are one of the two, one way or the other, you gotta be able to manage that.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to handle how you are going through your addiction. But then, as I was saying, sex addiction, that's the good type of addiction.
Yeah.
I'd settle for that. Definitely.
Imagine if you had a girl who's addicted to sex. Like, would you?
I'd love that.
Every 2 minutes.
Bro, please, every 2 minutes. Edit. No, but then it would eventually wear us out. But then, there are people who have like a lot of sex, like a huge sex drive, like that's too much. But then they're not addicts or perverts. But then it's just too much. It's there.
But I commend the people who decide to be sober from like any type of addiction they have.
Yeah, but hey, that's also takes that takes.
Do you know any rehab centers like around, like any rehab centers?
Nah.
Do we even have rehab centers in our country?
There must be. There must be, but then I don't know any. I don't know any, but then I know that there are people. But then people who are addicted to gambling have things